Sir, we heard you were not feeling well yesterday. May we know why, and are you feeling better now, sir?
I had a cold when we left, and I was hoping that it wouldn't develop. But it was pointed out that on the first day in New Zealand, our day was something like 21 hours.
Second day.
So, second
Tuesday,
day.
sir.
Sa masyado ako bilib sa sarili ko siguro na kaya ko lahat to. Dagdagan pa niya. Naging pay. As you know, I think I had something like 8 weeks in a row na walang weekend. So, Secretary Ona kept giving me this inquisitive look, reminding me that I am not a machine and that I should be taking things. So, problema ko lang, kahapon nga, I guess, you know, I'm really wondering, perhaps I'll have my subjector. My mother had an allergy to pollen when she became president. Before that, she didn't. So baka may connection yung stress of the job. It's susceptibility to it. But anyway, so last night, starting from, I was really feeling natin ganun. Clogged yung nostrils, di ko kaya mabuti and all that. Nasa kakaya. Lakang ginawa ko din, excuse me, naupo kang bigla. Baka hindi nakakadagdag naman sa magandang imahe ng bansa natin. Pero last night, I really felt kind of drained. It takes a little bit more effort when you can breathe properly. And sabi ko, what if this gets worse? What if the immune system goes down? I get a fever, then I miss the Filipino community activity tomorrow. Ang lagay ko, major public relations disaster natin. Talagang maganado ko yung makita sa ating community tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure, today was the business groups, which is also essential. We had finished our bilateral already with the Prime Minister and members of our cabinet. So, the last part was, in a sense, parang formal socials. But I wanted to make sure to maximize the social position and be able to meet all of these business groups and the PhilCom. So, medyo pacing lang konti. And somebody was pointing out that first we had, the last part was the framework agreement. It's about 1 week in, and it describes sa cabinet parang raw wedding day jitters. Di ba nagkasundo na kayo? Pero ito na yung araw na, so sa, 1 week nung in-initial yung documents. Tapos, 1 week for the actual signing. So, syempre, napapag-isip ka, kompleto ba yung pinag-usapan natin dito? Tapos, diretso yung we had the visitor. Tapos, right after, sabay kaming leaving the Philippines. Now, when I come back, para wala naman surprise, I think I have something like 9 days before we have to go to Laos for the ASEAN meeting, Asia-Europe meeting. It happens every 2 years. The last one was in Belgium, which was very early on into the start of the administration. So kung a-absent ako dito, baka hindi na tayo member. Hindi naman. Unfortunately, pagkatapos ng siyempre ASEAN, and we want to correct what happened in the foreign ministers' meeting. Tapos the last is, there's a special anniversary for one of our dialogue partners in ASEAN India. Yun na medyo, may ma-obligasyon pa rin sa December 20. Kaya kung may nakikinig po mga inaanak ko, December 20 po pinaalis ako. Ang balik ko, December 23. Kaya Christmas card na lang po sa kanya sa akin.
Sir, last na. Sir, kamusta na po yung tennis elbow?
Actually, okay. Yung to a large degree, it's very, very okay. Problema ko lang, nakakatagpo ko ng medyo ganado kumamay. Ang problema, okay lang na ganyan eh. Pero problema po yung ginanong-ganon ng dalawang kamay. So parang parang with action. May pitik sa dulong ganito. Every time na tatagalin ko, nakakatagpo ko ng dalawa ng matindi. So sabi ko, parang, baka sayang naman, maganda na eh. Baka bumalik, mag-shoot ko kaya muna ito para pa-conscious na konti, ma-prevent yung ginagawa kang yung pambomba.
Sir, good afternoon. Sa Pilipinas po matindi ang epekto ng bagyong Ophel. Do you have any directives with the concerned government agencies?
Meron ba tayong bagong data? Ang umabot kasi sa akin kanina, may flooding, Sarangani and Jensen yan about needed. May dalawa na ba? Dalawang missing?
Dalawa.
Saan yung pangalawa? He's a fisherman.
Sa detail, sir, isa. Baka.
Ngayon yung kuryente na-restore.
Wala pang report sa akin, sir.
Yung hindi, medyo kagabi ko pang minomonitor yun, through Secretary Almendras, pinatawagan ko lahat ng concerned agencies to submit various reports. So, amongst them, medyo hingi tayo pa umanin doon sa mga kababayan natin, mabuti yata na 12,000 na na-stranded. No, may bago tayong patakaran ngayon, pag-graph yung weather, no, dati kasi para bang discretion ng kapitan, certain conditions, kung ilalabas yung barko o hindi. Siyempre yung kapitan naman, may pressure doon sa may-ari nung boat, na pag nakaparada yan, hindi tayo kikita, may binabayad tayo. So, ginawa natin mandatory na, I think, storm signal number 1 ngayon and certain conditions of the sea, pinapreventa ng Coast Guard, bumiyahe, to ensure na walang, di ba, walang lumubog, tumahog, walang masaktan na mga kababayan natin. So, unfortunately, necessary consequence, hindi ka makasakay ito sa boat mo, nasa stranded ka. Pero palagay ko, maganda na yung maabalang kapraso kaysa yung, di ba, mawala ng tuluyan. Meron ba tayong bagong mga reports? Walang, sinabi sa atin na ni Secretary Suliman kahapon na all of the necessary relief, for instance, is already in position. In fact, most of the members of the cabinet back in Manila were telling me not to think about it because all of the necessary steps had already been undertaken. Siguro ko na lang sabihin na bakit po ba kami kinukulit? Parang hindi namin alam yung trauma. At kailan ba namin hindi nagawa na bago ka pumunta na. But of course, yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was sure that they were ready, pero pag malayo kayo, na-exaggerate ng konti yung anxiety because I really wanted to get all of the details as usual. So including Secretary Abaya was giving us a blow-by-blow as far as the Coast Guard sa areas of concern.
On cabinet revamp, will you confirm if Secretary Almendras will take the place of Secretary Abad as the PMS chief? And if that's the case, who will take the place of Secretary Almendra?
Si Governor Petilla is the incoming Secretary of Energy. I haven't signed these papers. He has to finish certain commitments in province of Leyte. Secretary Almendras, I think the title is something like Secretary to the Cabinet, which is a secretary position also, which is a position previously occupied by Ping Jesus during my mother's incumbency. Julia, I understand, has a new child, which has already adopted a routine and is capable of retaining her job. She can accommodate. So she can accommodate being a new mother and attending to her functions as PMS head. Siguro some of the load will also be transferred to Secretary Almendras.
But will there be any changes on the cabinet
That's it.
from that?
Unless may mag-resign, hindi ko papayagan. Or, lalo mo siguro magtatanan ako nilang yata single to. Sorry.
Who will let PMS?
Si Julia pa yan.
Sir,
Pero in fairness, sorry.
Chief of Staff.
Secretary to the Cabinet seems to be, kasi ang kung pina-follow upan mo, mga Cabinet Secretary.
So when will this go?
I'll have to ask Governor Petilla. Yun na lang last step. The Secretary Almendras has been doing parang not even half, parang more than half already of that new role, in addition to his function as Secretary of Energy.
So in-accept na ni Governor Philippine position?
Yes.
Sir, what about the PIA? Anong qualifications mo, sir, na siya yung napili niyo?
But number one, doon muna tayo sa ideology. No? So nakilala ko siya. Palagi ko parehong-pareho namin. And he has, in the private sector, he had started up and ran various companies, amongst them mga BPO companies. So somebody who's astute also in aspect of finance. So may private sector experience, hindi galing sa industriya kaya walang possibility ng regulatory capture. Kung titignan natin yung paano palakad niya sa Kapitolyo ng Leyte, talagang wala siyang iniwasang problema at naganap siya ng mga solusyon. Kunyari, katulad ano naman natin yung parang pinapadali yung utang na salary deduction. Siya gumawa ng paraan para hindi hindi sinagad-sagad yung, or ginastos yung parating na sweldo na puro nadidak na lang kawawa yung empleyado niya. Yung gumawa siya ng system plans para hindi na, para naalagaan pati na yung empleyado sa Leyte. But again, the way he has run Leyte tells me that he is very capable, not only for the energy portfolio, no, but there was an immediate need in the energy portfolio. I asked him and he said, "Sir, whatever you need, I'm ready." Now, when I was running in 2010, and I think the very first visit after I won, I did tell the people in Leyte, sabi ko, si Ikot magaling sa inyo, kung mahal nyo, pero baka pwedeng hiramin namin. So, palagi, paano hindi ko maalala mo, pero total last term na niya, palagi mukha namang pwede na siyang sa national office. And I am very confident that he will shine.
Sir, may napili na po ba kayo, sir, na ambassador to China?
I still have to interview the nominees. Sir, yung, pwede ba off the record to point to it? Siyempre si Secretary Brady, di ba na-stroke siya nung araw, tinanong ko nag-check. Gave me the clean bill of health, kaya nag-assume ng office. Tapos baka talagang timing, na-induce ulit na nagka-stroke. Last time nag-report sa akin sa SFA, para bang hindi pa niya nasabi, siyempre bibigyan mo ng konti-konti siya, natapos ka doon sa buong proseso, pakahirap ko talaga sa ito. Pwede ka maraming palitan na. Pinadahan-dahan na konti na baka affect adversely sa recovery. So, but we're already, there are 2 or 3 that I meet to interview and to be able to assess.
Are these career officials or outside diplomatic?
Yung first name that I recall is career official. Correct. Wala na yung dalawa ngayon.
Just to seek your comment, kasi may nagrally rin po dito sa labas, mukhang hinabol po kayo ng migrante to Australia. They're asking for the immediate solving of extrajudicial killings in cases of...
Hindi, natawala ko dahil meron pa specifics, baka matulungan.
Father Pops Tentorio daw po, the priest, and then there was this massacre daw po, later was a massacre of Tampakan family, an indigenous family in Tampakan, opposed to mining activities in South Cotabato.
Okay. Can we just respond formally para sure lang ako doon sa ano? Kasi meron akong hindi ako nakakamali, meron in that area allegedly protesting mining, pero parang claim ng ating security forces was killed in a legitimate encounter. Yung, unfortunately, may na-caught in the crossfire na non-combatants. May bata yata at saka well. And I think that has been responded to already by the AFP. So, parang, parang calling on me, parang, what was that? Sorry. Si Secretary Robredo pa kasi nakatalaga at the time na nagbibigay sa akin ng feedback. So I have to check the latest on that. Pero ulit, sana yung proseso, extrajudicial, we don't tolerate it. No? We are going after people like Alparan to actually address, because there's a case pending. There's a warrant of arrest out for him. He will have his day in court, but we have to get him. And I keep following that up na bakit di pa natin nahuli-huli ito. But like everything else, tulad nung mga pumatay doon sa security ni Naira de Lima, eventually mahahanap namin yan. And others na, yung mga ibang batikang mas kriminal, nahanap. Huwag tayo magsabi ng generalized. It's not policy of this administration to engage in extrajudicial killing. It is not our policy to circumvent the due processes involved. Now, if somebody violates the law, we will always endeavor to arrest the person and bring them to court. Can I just point out, parang defense naman of the record of this administration, pansinin nyo ilan yung Abu Sayyaf na captured in the past few weeks na lang. Kung sa yung past few months, same thing. And can I just note, no? Captured as opposed to neutralized. Captured meaning captured alive. no, made to answer for various warrants. No? Ano-ano na. Warrants of arrest. So, I think the record does speak for itself. If they have specifics, baka they can cooperate with us. Let's bring the appropriate charges. Are there witnesses and is there evidence? Pero more often than not, para bang ang dami kina-question namin yung kung meron man detail na pinapasok.